Hey guys, I want to do this video on this YOLO mouse for SoX. This is the cursor that I use, but as you can see in the window up there, I'm actually pulling that from the YOLO mouse site right now. I will also put the WinRAR file in Discord of the old version of YOLO mouse. So, because the current version, there's some bugs and let's not get into it. But this is the older version of YOLO Mouse, which is the one that I use and I recommend for everyone. And the cursor that you use is totally up to you. I highly recommend it over using any of the cursors that are like this is the standard Guild Wars cursor. It gets lost in battle. I don't know how anyone uses it. It's a lot easier to go to whatever one you want. You just saw me do there a couple of things with the cursor really quickly, and I'll show you how to do those and what it looks like. Okay, so first of all, there's a couple of commands you really need to worry about once you download YOLO Mouse, and you can see in the window there, right next to me, that I have on the screen. There's a couple of things for it. First, you download it, then you install it, and then when you run the game, as soon as you get in the game, using Control-Alt-1 will automatically select this mouse. So you'll get this mouse automatically as soon as you go to it. It's not necessarily the best, but it is one that is there. So you can see, like I said right here, you download it, you run it, and then you have that first step. Okay. By hitting Control-1. So you'll get this mouse. It is a gigantic triangle mouse. I like it, not the color, but I like this pointer version. It's kind of similar to what Guild Wars has, but there's a lot of other ones that are out there, and I'll cycle through them. So there's this one that's here. The next one, whoop, that's Windows key. The round one, which is kind of, I'd say, most people that use YOLO Mouse happen to use this. Then the next one is this triangle. I use this one in Diablo, and that's base. Okay, so say you're going to use this or this one. I use this one. I'll show you how I set up mine. So Control-1 cycles it, so that's Control-1. Okay, Control-1 brings you to this one, Control-2's the circular one, Control-3 is the crosshairs, and then the crosshairs with triangle tips, alright? So I'll show you how to set up mine. By hitting Control, whichever one you want, so this is Control-1, which is the pointer, it cycles through the different colors. So blue, pink, green, yellow, brown, red, blue, purple, and then you get like a white, and then the one that I use, which is kind of this negative transparent one, so I can still kind of see, it kind of highlights things when I go over them, okay? So Control-1 will cycle through, Control-Alt, and then the pointer that you have will cycle through the ones you want. And then to increase or decrease the size of the mouse, okay, it's Control-Alt and either plus or minus. Now, it's either plus makes it bigger, minus makes it smaller. Okay. Now, yeah, you can see in here because it's minus brings up this gigantic thing. So, yeah, it'll cycle through the size of it you want until it gets down to as small as you can. Okay, which is tiny, and then it'll cycle back up to the biggest thing you possibly can have. Okay, and max it out. So I highly suggest you not, but it's up to you. So when you get minus all the way down, it'll max out to the size. Totally up to you. Choice matter that you want, but remember the two buttons you really need to are Control-Alt, and then the mouse cursor that you want. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 will set it back to 0 again, and then Control-Alt plus increases it, Control-Alt minus decreases it. I find it easier to use the one in the numball pad so it doesn't screw with anything in Guild Wars. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask at any time, but these are the basics for how to use YOLO Mouse.